how long is it going to take for my patellar tendonitis to get better? But also, I have to remember, girl, you went like 4 months pushing through when you should have stopped. So this
Yeah.
is your own fault. It's your own fault.
You're listening to the Active Mom Podcast with host Dr. Carrie Pagliano. I'm a mom, physical therapist, and your go-to guide for staying active with pelvic health issues in pregnancy, postpartum, perimenopause, and beyond. Whether you're a fellow mom, physical therapist, or women's health professional, join me where I'll share expert insights, real-life stories, and the latest research to help you approach running, CrossFit, yoga, Pilates, HIIT, or whatever activity you love with confidence and evidence-informed guidance. Let's start the show. All right, welcome back to the Active Mom Podcast. Our next guest you might know from the socials. I first saw her, I think Laura Green had posted something about, she thought maybe Adidas had reached out to her and was going to sponsor her, and then it ended up being this whole other thing. And I realized that Erica was funny as hell and I needed more happiness and joy in my life. So I reached out, and you might know her on Instagram is In My Running Erica. Erica Kennedy, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. So excited to be here.
You showed me you're in the tundra of Illinois right now.
Yes, terribly cold outside.
And you shared your experiences recently running in the ice and snow. We'll talk about that in a second. But how did you end up having this kind of this content, this channel, all that stuff? Where did all this start, and how long have you been running?
So the page started just me feeling like my personal Instagram page, people were tired of talking or hearing me talk about running. And I don't have a lot of local friends who are into long distance running. So anytime I posted about running, it's like the same four girls, that
Yeah.
understand what's going on. So I'm like, maybe I should just start my own page because I already on my personal page followed all of these running accounts. And so my algorithm was just a jumbled up mess. And so I'm like, let me just start my own page so that when I'm needing motivation for running, I can flip over to there. And then when I want to see somebody's kid's birthday, I can flip over to my other page. So that's what it started as, is just, I'm just going to have this page just so I can scroll.
Yeah.
And then I decided that I should try and tackle my first marathon at some point. So I'm like, well, it would be kind of fun to document that. So then I made my first video, and then it got like way more traction than I was expecting. So I'm like, well, this has to be a fluke. Let me just post a second video.
Yeah.
And then and I'm just like, okay, wait a minute. I feel like this is kind of like going somewhere where I didn't expect it to go. So that's how the page started. It was like a total I'm just going to be over here vibing with running. And it just started into this thing that has like blown up in such a short amount of time.
Yeah. Well, runners, first of all, we're a little crazy.
Yeah.
And so we start with that.
Right.
But what have you found is really resonated? Like, what are the things that when you talk about, everybody goes bananas?
I think it's all the things that we all think in our head, but we've never maybe not had the words to verbalize what it is that we're trying to say, or maybe you're too embarrassed to say it as, like I've thought these things, or I've had these thoughts, or this thing has happened to me. And being that I'm someone who is not embarrassed I'm not embarrassed by pretty much anything. I have zero qualms with getting online and just spouting off all of these crazy things that we have all thought about. Like, I think there was this one post I made that I was like, when I get nervous, like my vagina itches. And all of these people were like, my vagina itches too when I get nervous. And it's like, who's really going to get online and say that? No one. But all it takes is one person to say something. And then you find out you have a whole tribe of people with itchy vaginas when they get nervous. I found out there's like 40 people on my timeline. They're like, me too. I just didn't know anyone. So I feel like with the running, I'm just talking about things I've thought about myself as a runner that maybe people are too embarrassed to talk about, or maybe you've had these thoughts and you just don't know how to verbalize it. And I think that's what people like. And it's what I like, it's what I would want to see in someone as a creator, that would be the content I would be looking for. So
yeah, I've had to actually learn how to spell scallywag.
My favorite insult, it's like, it's not a cuss word, but it's insulting. Like if someone called me a scallywag, a bald head scallywag, fighting words.
Where did that come from? Because that was not in my vocabulary.
I don't even know. I don't know where scallywag came from, and I don't know why I put bald head in front of it. I don't even know,
I
to
love
be quite
it.
honest with you.
I love it
I
because
should
it's just
trademark it and put it on a shirt.
you should honestly, but you also say it with such intensity that we feel it
You
with you.
feel it. Yeah, like I don't even have to explain. Like, no one's ever asked me, like, what exactly is a bald head scallywag? It's whatever gives you that intense disgust feeling.
Right.
That's a bald head scallywag. It could be whatever
I
you
love
want it to
that.
be.
I love that. What else has gotten the most comments like when you've
The
posted
most
stuff? Yeah.
well, probably when I pretend to be all of my body parts. That is what everyone really loves, which is crazy because it takes me hours to film it and then hours to edit it. And everyone's like, well, when's part 3 coming? And I'm like, I don't even know if I want to do part 2. I did part 2 and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like hours into this filming and editing.
Right?
But it's funny. Like I don't watch my stuff back often, but the body parts one I will. And I'm cracking up at myself over the body parts.
So are these thoughts that just like, I'm running along, it pops in my head, and then you've got to figure out the logistics, and then you have to actually do this, which takes hours. Like
Yeah.
what's the process? What's
Well,
going
just
on in
like
your
is this
head?
just like my normal running content? Or you mean like the
Let's go with
body
that
parts
and the
thing?
body parts. If it's different, I want to hear both.
So yeah, it's different. So the body parts, I feel like I have to write down a script beforehand because if I
Mm,
don't, then I'd have to do a script. So I literally sit down, write down a script for all of the body parts, and then so if I'm filming and we're talking about brain, I will film all of brain's parts. Then I will switch outfits and film all of stomach's parts, and then I will film me being myself, all of those parts, and then I go into CapCut and I mesh it all up together to have a
mm.
full conversation. I'm overlapping clips so that I'm talking over myself so it sounds like a real conversation. It's like a whole process, which
What
is
is
why
your
they are not
background?
regular.
I was gonna say, is this like mom like skills that you figured out logistics? Is this your professional background? Like, how do you have the skills to put all this
No.
together? This is just how your
It's
brain works.
not. It's not. I mean, I've always been on social media, so
Yeah.
it's a little bit of just always being on social media.
Mhm.
Um, my side hustle outside of running and my actual job, I run social media for my best friend's brokerage here in town. So
Mhm.
she has a brokerage with realtors, and then she has a property management company. So I run her social media. So I try to
Mm.
bring that same kind of humor, but switch it to real estate to her pages. So I'm doing a lot of editing and stuff like that. But I don't know. I think it's just, I've just got this vision in my mind and I'm like, all right, I got to figure out how to do this. And
Oh
so
my
it can
gosh.
translate onto Instagram.
Oh my god. No, there's like there's it's funny that the people that get your attention, and I feel like you and Laura are it would be dangerous in the same room. It's like, I'm like, "What?" There are so many things going on in your head, like, how do you harness that and get that vision through?
My notes
Um
app is insane. That's what I'll say. If I die and anyone sees my notes app, it will be so embarrassing. I feel like that's the number one thing I tell my husband. If I die, delete the notes app immediately.
So how much doesn't make the final cut?
I mean, I feel like when I'm doing my normal running content, like I will just all day just be thinking about running content, just all
Mhm,
day. And I think of like a subject like, oh, you know what, I've never talked about that or
mhm.
this, I'll jot it down in my notes app. But as far as like what I'm gonna say, it's very off the cuff. It's
Yeah,
not something that I like. I'm out there going for my normal run, so I'm not
right.
out here going for a run for content. These are the actual days that I run.
Yeah,
And, I jot down ideas. And if I'm on a run and I feel like making content, then I will just like go through my notes app and be like, oh yeah, I haven't made a reel about this. We'll chat
yeah.
about this. And I
Oh
just
my
go
god.
out there and just hold my phone up and start talking and then edit it
Mhm.
later.
And so I noticed you're on the treadmill lately, the
Yeah.
jerry-rigged treadmill in your parents' basement. What was that, by the way?
They blamed my kids. So I went upstairs and was like, "Hey, what's going on here with this treadmill?" And they're like, "We don't know what you're talking about." And I'm like, "There is some rigged situation with the emergency strap and it's connected to the Peloton." Like, and they are
Yeah.
like, "We have no idea what's going on. It had to have been one of your kids." So I really don't have an answer for the treadmill, but
I saw that.
My
I'm like, that
parents
looks
said it was the
frightening.
kids. It did look frightening. I was very concerned because my parents are not runners whatsoever. So I'm like, whatever you guys are doing down here with the treadmill, please stop. I wanted to make sure it wasn't them
Yeah.
because it's
No,
like if
that's
you
why
guys are doing something, yeah.
you kind of have to check your parents out. Sometimes you can't always assume that
You
they're too.
yeah. It's like as you get older and then the roles reverse. So now
Yeah.
I'm the parent. I'm the
Yes.
parent all the time. Like, what are you
I
guys doing? Yeah.
I experienced the same. So what's the critical threshold of temperature in, the fields of Illinois where you're like, okay, I'm not going outside anymore? Because you've been out in some pretty cold weather.
I've been out in pretty cold weather. I've realized that all of my electronics die if it's under 10 degrees. Did
Oh,
not know that. I was last week years old when I learned that. So I was out for a run and I think it was around 8 degrees outside.
uh-huh.
And I'm feeling good. I've got all my layers on. I've got my wool mittens. I've got my I am Gucci, okay, on this run.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I look down and my Apple Watch just flashes like it's dead. And I'm like, how's that possible? I had it on the
Yeah.
charger all night because I run early in the morning.
Yeah.
So it dies and I'm looking like, what? Did I not have it on a charger? And then my Nox gear vest, my lighted
Yeah.
vest, the light just completely went out.
No.
So I'm out here, it's 4:45 in the morning, pitch black. I have no watch. I have
No.
no lighted vest, and my phone was acting weird.
I
So
had
I'm
no
like,
idea.
what? I did not know that. So who did I talk to? I think it was one of my Instagram followers that was saying
Mhm.
the type of battery that's in our watches, our phones,
Yeah.
the battery, like it either swells or does something when it's too cold, and that's what makes everything knock
Doesn't
out.
work.
So I realized if it's
Wow.
under 10, I'm not going because I won't have anything.
Do you have to like check it in your bra or something? Like,
Well, yeah, so my Instagram follower said if I put my long sleeve gear
yeah.
over my watch because I had it out so I can see,
Oh, okay.
so
Yeah.
my wrist was kind of exposed. So they said to put it underneath all of your stuff and then that will
Okay.
keep it fairly warm. But no one has given me suggestions for the vest. Everyone said that their vest does that when it gets too cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that seems really scary to me if you're out there and it's super cold and it's super
Yeah.
dark and
Yeah.
dangerous. Like, are there people driving around when you're running at
Yeah,
night or no?
pretty much like I stick around my neighborhood. So my
Mhm.
neighborhood has this really nice, like it's almost like a trail type path that
Mhm.
goes around the whole neighborhood. If you do the whole loop, it's almost 4 miles. So it's
Oh,
not
that's
like I'm
nice.
super far away from home. But at 4:45, no, there's not a lot of people
Yeah.
outside. But it's not like I'm out running in the street either. I'm on this dedicated path and it's not in the
Okay.
road. So you've got your one side of the road here, your other side of the road here, the path is in the middle.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah,
Okay.
so I'm not in danger of getting hit by a car or
Okay, yeah,
anything,
it's
but
safety first.
yeah, very safe, but yeah, I mean, but my lighted vest, like it's lighted, but then I have a chest light so I
Right.
can see what's in front of me and I could not see anything. So I'm like, all right,
Oh, man.
10
When
degrees, that's it.
That's yeah. Well, we're supposed to go
Yeah.
in the single digits, which is not normal here for the DC area, and
Yeah.
so that's good advice. What are your layers this time of year when you're outside?
So I wear a shirt that is moisture wicking, and then on top of that, I will wear a fleece line shirt.
Mm,
Then on top of that, I have like it's not down, but it's like down alternative vest.
yep,
And I always wear ear warmers. I have wool mittens because I feel like mittens do better than gloves.
I agree.
Yes, and then fleece lined leggings. And then I'm just wearing normal socks because I feel like my shoes keep my feet pretty warm. So I'm
Yeah.
not wearing any like wool socks or anything like that. They're just normal like crew socks.
Okay.
But I feel like with that, I'm pretty
You're
good.
surviving.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
awesome.
surviving.
Nobody's found you in like a brick of ice
No,
or
just
like
like yeah, no, no, uh-uh.
have you always been a morning runner, or when did that start for you?
Um, yeah, actually, I have, I think it started right from the beginning. Because I started running, I was already a mom when I started running.
Mhm.
So I had to, tailor that around him because well, he was my only one at the time. And so it
Mhm.
just made more sense for me to do it in the morning. I have tried other times. I've tried my lunch hour. I've tried after work.
Yeah.
It just I'm not consistent.
Yeah.
So early morning is when I'm most consistent, and I've been doing it for so long, it doesn't even phase me anymore.
Yeah. Do your kids think it's weird that that you get up at 0 dark 30 and or they don't even know because
No,
you're
they know because when I get home, they're getting up for school and stuff like that. So they
Mm,
know that that's what I'm doing. I don't know if they think it's weird. It's like something they just always see. So it's like in their minds, they're probably thinking, aren't all moms doing this? Isn't this what just like what moms do?
right. Maybe I guess I never thought about that because I'm a early morning exerciser too, but usually, like, if I go to the gym, I'll be back before at least one of them's up. So, like, he doesn't
Yeah.
I don't think he even realized. So it's like, "Yeah, I already went to the gym. I did all this other
Yeah.
stuff. You're not even awake yet."
Right. Yeah, like by the time I'm walking in, I get in the house and uh I start to make my coffee and whatnot. So I still have my clothes on, so they see me with the clothes on,
Okay.
so they know I'm running. So yeah.
Something happened.
Yeah.
There's evidence. Something happened. We don't
Yeah,
know what
she
it
went and
was,
did
but
something. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. When do you get light back? Like, when or will you get light back at that time of morning?
You said when do I
Yeah, like,
what?
when is it gonna get light again in the
Oh,
morning, or
so
is it nighttime?
we're already heading towards it getting lighter.
Okay.
So I would say maybe 30 minutes after I get home, I'm starting to see a little
Okay.
bit of light versus it was still dark.
Yeah.
So good grief, I'm so ready for it because
Yeah.
I can't stand it's depressing for one, but I hate all of my runs being so dark. Like once we get to this time of year,
Yeah.
you know, I've been so used to summer running and getting up super early and maybe being like 10 minutes into my run and it's already starting to get light outside. You just feel safer, you know? So
Yeah. No, for
yeah.
sure, and I think the temperature makes such a big difference too. Because in the winter, it's really freaking cold when it's dark out,
Oh
but,
yeah.
like, in the
Yeah.
summer, you have to I think your summer weather is similar to ours and that, like, if
Oh
you
yeah.
don't get out, because you have a lot of
Yeah.
humidity there too,
Oh
right?
my gosh, yes. Like if
Yeah.
you're not out there by like 6, forget it. That's what
Yeah.
I always say. If it's this like
Oh, yeah.
July, August, if I'm not out there by 6:30, just squash the run. It ain't happening.
Yeah. No, 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 I'm totally with you, and it's so ridiculous to be like, "Oh my gosh, it's 5:45, I'm late."
Yes, you're right. At
Like, yes, yes,
5:45
you
a.m.
are. Totally,
Yes.
totally. Alright, so tell us about your knee. You've been telling us recently you had a little knee injury. What
Yeah.
happened? Where are we at?
So I was struggling with knee pain all summer and like a big stupid dummy. I just ran through. Do not do this. If you're watching this, don't be me. Don't be me. Don't feel something hurting and just be like, ah, I'm gonna just run through it. So that's what I did all summer. Me was a mess and just
Mm,
kept going, 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 and just would get home from a run, ice it, couch rot for like 4 hours, be in agony, basically needed a chairlift to get up and down my steps, and just push through it. And then finally it got to the point where it was like, I can hardly walk.
yeah.
So I ended up going to the doctor, found out I had patellar tendonitis. It's like super inflamed. They could even see the inflammation in an x-ray because they want to do an x-ray,
Mm,
make sure it was okay. Like you could even see the inflammation. My knee was always swelling. So yeah, I did 5 weeks of physical therapy, went to see sports med, and been doing my exercises and it's getting better. It's just such a slow process. And I'm
yeah,
so
healing takes a little while.
frustrated. Yes. And I'm just like, hurry up. Like
Yeah,
ChatGPT and Google are tired of me asking them the same questions. When is this going to get better? How long how long is it going to take for my patellar tendonitis to get better? But also I have to remember, girl, you went like 4 months pushing through when you should have stopped. So this
yeah.
is your own fault. It's your own fault.
Well,
So yeah.
the fact that you got yourself to PT, congratulations for that because most people don't
Yeah.
easily do that. So well
No.
done. I'm sure you
Yeah.
had several conversations in your brain about, "Should I do I really need
Oh,
to go?"
absolutely. Don't go, no go. And then looking up the phone number and then thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna call this week," and then I don't. Like, why are we
Mhm.
like this? I don't understand why
We're
we're
like that
doing
too, if
this.
that makes you feel any better. PTs I'm like, "Yeah, you should go to PT, but I don't need
Oh, I
to."
don't need to. What do you mean me? No, but you should go. Yeah.
Did you figure out, like, why it started over the summer? Had something changed in your training
I
or
wanted to blame my shoes. So my husband gets me new running shoes every Mother's Day.
Oh,
So
that's sweet.
yes, it's very sweet. And I'm someone who doesn't buy running shoes based on anything but like how they look. Apparently being in my
Oh,
40s, I can't do that anymore.
no,
This
you
was the
can't do
first
that.
time, yeah, I got new shoes and usually he just buys whatever, like he knows what I'm into, so he just gets whatever, he knows what color pattern I want or whatever. So
Oh,
he
no.
knew that I was into this certain brand and he got that shoe and so I immediately switched from the shoe I was in to this one. And I noticed like
Oh no.
the first couple runs, I'm like, okay, well, this is feeling kind of weird. So I just kind of like pushed through it and then that got better. And then I got the knee pain. So I'm like,
Mm.
was it the shoe? I don't know. But then
Was the heel?
also the PT is like you've got weak hips, you've got weak glutes. So like maybe it was just this particular shoe
Yeah.
and the weaknesses and it just really like showed itself with that
Yeah.
combination.
No, that's I feel like that's so hard because if you don't realize that there's differences between shoes with, like, heel drop and all
Oh
that kind of
yeah.
stuff,
And
but
it
then
ain't like I
also
didn't know. I knew. I was
yeah,
just like, well, that shoe's cute. That's the one I want to wear.
but here's the other thing that's totally unfair, is, like, you can find a shoe that you love, and then the next version
Oh, I
is
know.
totally different and messed
Yeah.
up, and you wanna love it because it's super cute, but you have to take it back. You can't
Yeah. And
you
I
have
don't
to
know
let
why they
go.
do that all the time. I
I
was
don't
like a
either.
die-hard Asics Noosa Tri 7s, and this
Mhm.
was like back in, I don't even remember, maybe like 2010, 11, 12, whatever. It was my favorite shoe.
Yeah.
And I remember just hoarding that shoe because of
Mhm.
that. I was like, if
Yeah.
they make the Noosa Tri 8s and it's different, I'm gonna be so pissed. So
Oh,
let me
you knew they
just
were going
hurry
to.
up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm like, let me snatch up all these sevens so that I
Mhm.
have them.
So you did know. Oh my gosh, you did realize
I did
this.
know. I just
You
I
got
just
amnesia.
wasn't listening. Yeah, I got amnesia, just didn't want to listen.
Oh my gosh. Have how did the, 'cause again, how I got to watching you a little bit more was, you thought that a company was reaching out to you, and you went down this whole rabbit hole
Oh my
that you
god, yes.
basically were being scammed.
I
Tell
was
us
being
about that.
scammed. And it was Asics. So I start this page, and like as soon as my page started getting traction, I was getting DMs left and right. And a lot of them were companies like I didn't know, but Asics was the first one that popped up into my inbox, and I'm like, what? No.
Yeah.
And it's felt so legit. And like I'm not an idiot. My husband works for IT at the university. Okay. I'm not dumb. He tells me all the time, like I'm listening to
Yeah.
all of this, phishing scams, everything. I know
Yep.
all the things. So I'm looking and I'm just like, oh my gosh. So the first person I reach out to is Laura because I'm
Yeah.
like, Laura's been in the game forever. She would
Right.
know. So I message her and I'm like, Laura, look at this email. Is this legit? And she's like, I don't know that girl. Like, I've
Yeah.
done stuff with Asics and I don't know that girl. She's like, but that doesn't mean that this is not legit because they have so
Right.
many people. And I'm like, okay. But she's like, yeah, it could be legit, but it might not be. And she said, let me reach out to some of my Asics people and see
Yeah.
what they say. So in between then, I start
This is what
Googling.
I love. I love a
Yeah,
good
start
Google
Googling
stock.
because I'm like, okay, so this girl's name is Lauren Devlin. I start Googling Lauren Devlin, and this girl pops up on LinkedIn. And she says she deals with brand partnerships. She does mention Asics in her bio with a bunch of
Mhm.
other brands, but she's based out of the UK. And so I'm like, okay. I mean, that doesn't matter.
Mhm.
So I'm like, all right. So then I'm like, let me see if maybe she has like a Facebook page or something else. And then I
Mhm.
end up popping up on another Lauren Devlin who was like some sort of like speech pathologist. And I'm like, now wait a minute. Which is the
And whose
I just
picture
was
was it?
so the Lauren Devlin, that's what got it, was the Lauren Devlin who signed her name at the bottom of the Asics email had the picture of the Lauren Devlin that is the speech pathologist. And that's when I was like, wait a
Mhm.
second. This picture should be the UK girl, not the speech pathologist. So that's what
Mhm.
got me to thinking. So I messaged Laura. I'm like, I have cracked the code, girl. It was a scam. It was a good scam because even Laura was like, this might be legit.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it was a whole scam. And of course, in true fashion, like overshare, I'm like, I'm gonna make a reel about this because it's crazy. They're probably out here scamming other people. Let me make this reel. So I make this entire reel where I take you all through how I figured out Lauren Devlin was scamming me. Somehow Asics, the real Asics, sees this video. They email me and their title of the email was like the real Asics. And they're just like, we saw your reel Like, we know that this isn't our fault, but we feel really bad that people are out here, presenting themselves as us. Let us make up for it. They sent me like 4 pairs of
Oh my
shoes,
gosh.
like
That's so cool.
socks, hats, bags, and I was just like floored. Could not believe
Aw.
that Asics did that. And I'm like, forever, like, I love y'all. Like I said, I was always wearing the Asics Newsy Try
Right.
7. So like Asics is not
Aw.
new to me. But yes, it was so cool. And then in November, Asics reached out to me again and asked me to make content for them. So I dropped some content for Asics earlier this month, actually. So that
That's
was
so
kind of
cool.
cool.
So thank
So
you,
I'm like,
Lauren Devlin.
oh, yeah, thank you, Lauren Devlin. Because I'm like, okay, me and A6, are we like dating now? I mean,
Aw.
they've not officially asked me to do anything, they just sent me some free stuff, asked me for some content,
Right?
but I'm like, brand partnership, I'm open to
Right.
it.
Oh my gosh. No, I can appreciate a good Google stock because
Oh yeah.
it almost reads like murder mystery. And that's why I was like,
Yes.
who did it? Where did this
Oh
come
yeah.
from?
I can get immersed in it for hours if you let me.
Yeah.
I'll figure out anything.
Well, I feel like there's so many things in the world that we can't solve. Like this was one that you could. So
Yeah, absolutely. And after I made that reel, like everyone was like, I got that video or I got that email too.
no
So
way.
she's still doing it. I've seen people still talking to about it. I think a couple weeks ago, I saw
No kidding.
someone named Lauren Devlin from Asics. And I'm like, see, ball head scallywag fits the description.
Have you actually like reached out to the actual Lauren Devlin yet and been like, hey, this
I
girl,
should, but I didn't.
okay.
Be like, I mean, what are they gonna? That's two Lauren Devlins getting
Right?
Lauren Devlin in the UK who has Asics under her LinkedIn and Lauren Devlin, the speech pathologist. Like, it's like, and what are they going to do?
Be friends. I don't
Yeah,
know. Go on a run with you. That would be
right.
kind of
It would be
amazing,
kind of
quite
funny,
honestly.
wouldn't it? Oh my God, it'd be so
Maybe we can
hilarious.
all wear Asics shoes.
I know. That would be so cool.
I'm happy to film that for you if you need the extra.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. No, I love that. And then that was kind of my hook in. And then I kind of scroll back and I was like, wait, you've been running for a while and you've got a couple of kids and you just we're sharing all these thoughts on your runs. And it was just really, really very addictive to keep scrolling
Yeah, to
back
keep
to see.
seeing, like, what is this wild, crazy girl talking about
Yeah.
next?
Yeah. So okay, so we've got your knees doing better. You've got
Yeah.
shoes that fit now.
Yes.
Um, your recent one you showed you're building the weight rack in the basement.
Yes.
Okay. There's some
Yes.
whole things going on with that.
All the
Talk
things
us
going on.
talk us through
So,
how the gym is ending up in the house and all the things that are happening with that.
So this goes all the way back to COVID. Me and my husband have just always been active people. So we had a gym membership when COVID happened, and
Yeah.
me being the nervous Nelly, as soon as they announced COVID, I said, "That's it. I'm not going to work. I'm not going to the grocery store. I ain't going to the
Yeah.
gym. I'm not going anywhere." Like, I thought we were all going to die. You know how it was over COVID. Like, we're all dying. Why are you going to the gym? You're going to bring home something and you're going to kill us all. So I stopped going to the gym like immediately.
Yeah.
My husband was like, "You're overreacting." So he continued to go to the gym until the gym was like, "We are no longer gymming. Okay. This is
Mm.
closed now." So when that happened, he was like, "Oh, shoot, this is freaking serious." So we kind of jacked around with like some workout apps,
Mhm.
but we weren't really being consistent with it. And he was like, "You know what? Maybe we should just start a home gym." And I'm like, yeah, I mean, yeah, but like, you know how the COVID brain was, is like, this is going to
Yeah.
be over in a couple weeks. Like, why would we spend all this money?
And you couldn't get
And then
equipment
everything.
back then either. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we started this like before everyone got the
Oh,
idea. So this was like
okay.
maybe a week or two after, probably like 2 weeks. So we did a
Dear
week of
OG.
like the apps.
Okay.
Yeah, we did a week of workout apps and just like, this just doesn't feel right, doesn't feel the same. We don't have dumbbells really, So it was like week 2, week 3 into COVID. And I remember him saying we should start the home gym. And I'm like,
Mhm.
yeah, but we're not gonna be back to normal, probably like next month. Like, this is spend all this money and then the gyms open up in like 2 weeks. Like,
Mhm.
and he's like, "No, no, I think we really should. Like, we do it. It's an investment. We can save money. We won't have to pay our gym memberships." And so we started to buy all of this equipment. I think by the time we got towards the end of getting everything we needed, that's when it started to get hard to get. But
Yeah,
we got it right in the beginning.
that
So
was
we
smart.
had a whole setup. in our garage at that time, which
Mhm.
we had way more equipment then than we do now. We downsized after
Oh,
we
wow.
moved, but yeah, we had all the things. We had like the lat pull down bar. We
Oh,
had a leg
wow.
extension. We had all that stuff and got rid of that and downsized. So we ended up selling that house, downsized the gym, built a new house, and made a gym room in the basement. But because I was trying to save money, I didn't want the builder to finish the basement. I was like, that's an asinine amount of money. I'm not spending. Hindsight, he should have did it because here we are 5 years into this
And
house
it's
and my basement is like he quoted us like 30K, which feels real. It feels a lot, but if you just wrap it up in your home loan, it's like what, an extra $25. Like we should have just did it. But I'm like, no, we need to save money. We can do this on our own. And then, 5 years
you
later,
won't. Yeah.
yeah, we won't. We won't.
Mm-mm.
So we finally got some fire under our butts and was like, we have to once and for all like work on this basement. So that's how all that started.
Okay.
Is yeah, we had the equipment. It was just sitting in storage that with a room dedicated for it, but we just didn't have the motivation to do it.
Oh, man. But now that you've got the knee rehab, everything's going in the
Yeah.
right direction, all of that stuff, so it's coming together, but you've got the barbell shoved in the corner, and that's what I saw this morning, and I was like, "Is that a 45-pound?" I think it's a
Yeah,
45-pound bar.
it is a 45. I asked my husband. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I tested it out today though, and it's actually okay. I
Is
put
it?
I put the
Okay.
weights on each side and
Okay.
I was like being all super careful and I really didn't have to be that careful. It was
Okay.
totally fine. So
Okay. 'Cause
I
what's the
still
clearance on
think
either side of the bar between the bar and the wall?
I don't know. Not really sure. I would have to
Okay.
like
It
measure it
didn't
like that.
look like much from the
It
picture, and I'm
doesn't.
like, "Oh my god, you're gonna shove your bar through the
You're
wall."
like you and like 40 other people are like, why don't you move that rack to the longer wall? Well, we thought
Mm.
about that, but there's a window there. And
Oh,
when we tried to find the studs, because it has to be in one of the
yeah,
studs to anchor, the studs are
that's
off.
not
So
there.
you would
Yeah.
either have it, yeah. So we really didn't have a choice.
Alright,
So, but I'm gonna
alright.
tell him about the 35-pound bar.
Yes, it's shorter,
Yeah,
and you just gotta the math will be a little bit different, but,
yeah.
yeah,
I
I
wonder if
mean,
you would be open to that. Like, we'll
don't
just
call it a
sell that
girls'
when
bar,
we don't
though.
need it. Yeah, yeah, I should just be like, just a 35-pound bar, not
Yeah, if
the
you
girl
call it a
bar.
girls' bar, then he won't
He'll be like,
do
oh,
it.
yeah, we're fine. We don't need that.
Yeah, but the one time it goes through the wall, you're gonna be like, "Damn, wish we'd done that."
Yeah, and it'll be me. It'll be me.
Yeah, no, that's fair, that's fair.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
what do you have your first, workouts planned for the space? I know you're still kinda organizing it, but, like, now that
Oh,
you
no,
you
I've
Okay,
I've been down there. Yeah, I've
okay,
been down there, and I told my husband, "This is my gym. This is mine," because he has
good for you.
fallen off of his workouts, and I said, "Look, I was down here when it was studs and spider carcasses, okay? And there was drafts coming through the window because it needed to be insulated, and it was just a cement floor. I've been down here, okay?
Yeah,
So I don't know what you're talking about. We should do. We should do. This is my gym. You're never down here."
got it. It's just gotta be
So
pretty so
I've
he
been
can come down now. Yes.
yeah, well, that's what he claims is that now he's motivated now to get down there.
Oh my
We'll see.
gosh. Now,
We'll
do
see.
your kids go down, or is it kind of like mom space?
They go down there, but because we don't have like flooring down there yet, like
You don't
the
want to.
basement's a little dusty, like drywall dust and stuff like that. So I don't like them to go up there because then they come up and they put like, little dusty footprints all over the floor.
Yes,
So,
no, that's fair. That's
but
fair.
when that basement is finished, that's going to be their space, which is one of the main
Okay.
reasons we can't wait to get that done because
Yeah, more
little
room for
kids play
them.
kitchens in my living room is not going with the aesthetic. I don't We need
How
to
old are
put
your kids
all
again?
that. My little ones are 4 and 8, and my oldest will be 21 in April.
Oh, you got your hands full in all the ways.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my gosh. Are there
yeah.
similarities between those ages?
Ugh, no. Everyone is going
Okay.
through something different. Like I will just be like, "Can y'all just give me a moment of peace? Can I just please?"
Oh
Like
my gosh.
it'll be my college student being like, "I don't know what I'm going to do after college and me and my friends are trying to find an apartment and I don't know how to, and I'm like, sending me apartment links
Oh
and,
my gosh.
talking to me about girls. And I can't keep track of like, I thought that you were liking this girl. Now it's a new one. Like, are you, it, and then it's like, no, I don't like her anymore because this happened. This is the one I'm
Oh
talking to.
my
And
gosh.
so it's that. And then
Yeah.
the 8-year old, he's very emotional, which I found out like boys between like 7 and like, I don't know, I guess till teenagerhood, I guess, are just super emotional. And he's very snippy and then, 4-year-old, like I don't even think I need to explain the 4-year-old. She's 4. So
Right.
you know what that's like.
Yeah.
And she's a girl. So
Right.
that's a whole new wheelhouse for me. I mean,
Oh, yes.
a 4-year-old girl, like I was like, I can't believe this is what I asked for and waited for is this. Lord, if you would have told me that this is what you was giving me, I would never been mad that I was getting boys all those times.
Oh my gosh. Well, I feel like it's a little bit different too. My kids, my son's almost 15 and then my daughter's 12, but I see
Okay.
myself more in my daughter.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because, we're both girls, but I see more of, "Oh crap, that was me," or "I behaved
Yes.
like that," or it's helpful in some ways because when she tries to pull something over on me, I can see that really easily, and I just start laughing, which she hates because I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm laughing because I used to do that."
Yeah, I
Um,
did that.
and she's like, "You did?" I'm like, "Yes, I did. Come
Yeah.
on, where do you think?"
Yeah. You're not gonna do me to me, girl.
Exactly. But my son, like, I still feel like there's a lot of stuff that I'm learning about boys and things like that, but
Yeah.
oh my
For sure.
gosh.
Yeah,
Um,
I feel like that's about the same in our household. My middle son looks exactly like his father, acts exactly like his father. So I have this very hard time like, what is going on with you? Because I feel that way about your freaking dad too. I'd be looking at you like, what is wrong with you? Like, why do you think that? Why did you say that? Why are you acting like that? And then I see myself and my daughter and the things that she does that's me is what
yeah,
irritates me the most. So I'm like, oh,
right.
okay.
Yes, those are
So
the triggers.
basically, yeah, basically I am irritating to me.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, so if you don't get out and run at 4:45 in the morning, your life is basically not your
No, it's
own,
like it's at all. Like no, even on like the weekends, like I've been like, well, maybe I'll just do like 4 workouts during the week and then try to get
Mhm.
one on the weekend. That no. It's got to
Yeah,
be Monday to Friday. My weekends are shot. There's no way. So,
yeah.
yeah. Early morning, Monday through Friday, weekends off is what keeps me the most
Oh
consistent.
my gosh. Yeah. Ha
Yeah.
have your younger 2 kids, have they started into, like, weekend activities and sports and stuff yet or no?
Yes, so they were
Oh,
into soccer for a while, both of them, and then swimming, which just ended. And then my daughter is in dance. So she just started her 3rd season of dance. So
okay.
that's practices in the evening. And then, she's got recital and, all this stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, they're
Extra,
pretty
extra,
busy.
extra. Did you do
Yeah,
any of those sports when you were a kid or
I
no?
did not. And I feel like that's why I want them to do it because like I didn't
Aw.
do those things. So yeah.
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 Did you do any sports growing up or no?
None.
No
No
kidding.
sports, no, none.
Wow. Did you do instruments
Yeah.
or anything or
Nope.
no kidding?
Nothing. Yeah. Did none of that.
Oh
Crazy,
my god.
right? That's what everyone's like, that is wild.
No, I feel like everybody's did you have anything that you look back and you're like, "Yeah, that was my thing when I was a teenager or a tween
Like
or
as far
something."
as like sports or
And
any
just
of
anything,
that, or just
hang out with friends or
oh yeah, like I would hang
yeah.
out with friends a lot, but there was no like sports or like
Yeah.
instruments or
No
none of
kidding.
that.
Where'd you
Yeah.
go?
Bloomington, Illinois.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my brother went to, oh god, I'm gonna say it wrong now. University of Illinois Champaign-Urbana. He and my sister-in-law
Yeah.
were there for
Which
their
is where I live.
PhDs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never went to visit because he's like, "Please don't come." He's like, "There's nothing here."
Why?
He said, "There's nothing
Oh,
here."
well, when did he go?
Oh, let's see. He finished undergrad in '05, so he would have been there '05 to 10 or 11,
Okay.
I think. He was there a while.
He said,
Did
please don't come here.
he didn't even go to his graduation. I was like, "Man."
No, really?
He's
He's
like,
like
"Dude, it's your
hating here.
PhD." I was like, "Why wouldn't you do that?"
Wow.
So I it was I little brothers, I don't know, I can't explain that
Too
myself.
funny. That is hilarious. He's like, please don't. Please do not come here. And meanwhile, this is just like my home since like 2008, you know?
Oh, that's so fun. No, it's a funny thing because I grew up south of Rochester in Western New York, and he thought it was very similar in some ways because
Okay.
you have a smaller town, but then you have country and that kind of stuff too. But like,
Right.
I guess it wasn't. I don't know. I don't know. Little brothers, right?
Yeah, which I wouldn't know because I'm an only child. I have no
Oh,
siblings.
oh my
So
gosh.
yeah, I'm an only child.
So this must be
Yeah.
blowing your mind with 3 kids at different ages and stages and
Because I'm looking at them like the arguments they get in. And I mean, even the 21-year-old has had some tiffs with the 8-year-old. And I'm just
no
like,
kidding.
oh yeah. Oh yeah, because I will be like, "Hey, me and dad are going out. Can you just like watch the kids?"
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, that's fine." And then the 8-year-old is like, "Well, you're not dad. I don't have to listen to you." Like basically
Mhm.
you don't even live here anymore. So what do you mean you're here for the weekend and they leave and now you're telling me what to do? You don't even live here, bro. Like what are you talking about? And then they get into these little
Oh my
tiffs where he's like, "You're not going to tell me what to do." And the 21-year-old is like, "The heck I am because I'm in charge."
right. Right. Oh my
And I'm looking
god.
at this like, I don't understand siblings. I don't understand rivalry.
Like, I just wanna
I
have
don't,
dinner.
yeah, I don't understand why you guys are fighting for attention because it was always me.
Right.
So I got all the attention. So I just look at them and I'm
Oh,
just like, it's like a freak of nature. And my husband, he has a sibling, so he gets it. But I just like half the
that's
time I can't even
amazing.
discipline them because I'm looking like, what is happening?
Again, another reason that you run at 4:45 in the morning.
Yeah, exactly.
See, it's all making sense now. There's usually many, many reasons
Oh,
why
yeah.
us, like, early birds get up and we enjoy the silence of the dark, and I think we've uncovered many for you.
A lot of reasons. 100%, yes.
Oh my god. What do your parents think about you running and kind of putting stuff out there? Do they have any idea, or is this are you do they follow you?
They do. My parents are in their late 60s, so, social media is not their jam
Yeah,
particularly, but they do follow me, but, it's like, I don't know how to get to all of your videos. Like, I'm not understanding why I can't find them, and it's like, I've explained this to you guys, like, 40 times. But, yes, so they think it's hilarious. So sometimes I will just send them the video so that they don't have to try and find
that's
it.
fair.
Like, "Hey, I posted a video. Here it is, just, in case you can't find it." But they think it's hilarious. My dad is just mind blown. He doesn't understand why companies are sending me things for free.
That's
He's just
fair.
like, I don't understand this. He's like, "Why?" And I was like, "Well, because I make videos." And he's like, "Okay, but what does that have to do with you getting free things?" And I'm like, "Well, then they send me things because they want me to talk about it." And he's like, "But talk about it for why?" And I'm like, "To get exposure." And he's like,
Mhm.
"Exposure for what?" Like, so they can sell things? Like, what?
At least he keeps asking instead of being like, "Wow,
Yeah.
this is really dumb," you know?
Yeah, no, he's just like, "Wow, really? So they just send you this for free in exchange for you talking?" And I'm like, "Yeah, and sometimes they pay me money." And he's
Oh
like,
my gosh.
"What?" Yeah, he cannot wrap his
I
brain
love that,
around
though.
influencing. He's just like, "I what?" Yeah, he's mind blown.
What do they think about your running?
They love it. They love it and always are like, "We wish we could do it." And I'm like, "You could." There's so many
Yeah.
people that follow me. They're like, "I'm 58 and I just started running." I'm like, "You
Yeah.
absolutely could." I don't know why we're not running together as a family, but they're like, "Oh, we're
Yeah.
old. I got bad knees, my back."
Well, now
There's
that
all
we've
kinds of
debunked all the, running is bad for your knees,
yeah,
recent
yes,
story aside.
right.
No, my
Running's not
parents
bad for your knees.
right.
Bad shoes and weak hips and weak glutes is bad for your knees.
Yes, we clarify here. No,
Yes.
my parents weren't exercisers either, and I ran cross country and track in high school, and then where I'm from, we had cross country skiing as a sport, and so for them
Okay.
to be able to be spectators, for cross country and skiing, they had to go out and do the thing. It was faster to be able to run out to where I was on the course or ski out
Right.
or things like that. So they started like in their late 40s, I think.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
it's possible. And I remember at the time being
Yeah.
like, wow, it's weird my parents are exercising, but now like I feel like it's kind of normal, but there's that generation in the middle that just kind of got stuck, and like it's never too late to start. So who knows? Maybe you'll
No.
go for a run with your parents on one of your
I would
videos.
love it. I don't know that about running. Like it's not that they don't exercise or they're not active. Like they have a
Yeah,
treadmill, they have a Peloton, so they are
it's
active. They
true. They
have
have the stuff in the
weights.
basement, right?
Yeah, so they are active, but as far as that, they would love to be runners. They just,
Yeah,
oh, that would just be so much fun. That would be so much fun. But yes, like you said, it's never too late to start, but they
yeah.
complain about all of their ailments and claim that they can't do it. So,
Right. Well, I mean, they have the equipment. We don't know if they've been using it because of the intricate contraption in the basement, but
right. That I guess is my kid's fault, but
who knows what's happened
who
with
knows, right? We do not know.
I love that. No, it's I have a different experience. Occasionally my mom will pull up a video and I'll mention something and then I'll get a text or she'll hop on a call and be like, "Why didn't you tell me this happened?" I think it was like last year I had a hip labral tear and I had
Okay.
another one like 18 years ago and had surgery and that sort of thing. And this one wasn't a big deal because I didn't need surgery. So I was like, "It really doesn't matter, mom. I'm not having
Right.
surgery." And she's like, "You didn't tell me. Why didn't you?" I'm like, "Mom,
And
why
she
didn't you
found this
tell me?"
out on social
She
media.
did, yes. And I was like, "Mom, like, half of this is not meant for you anyway."
Right. Right.
But, like, I didn't mention it because it's actually to me, not that big of a
Right. Not a big
deal.
deal. Like my mom, for instance, yesterday when I went to her house for the treadmill to run on it,
Yeah.
she was like, "Are you making one of your videos?" And I'm like, "No." Even though I did post on stories, she
Mhm.
was asking me if I was making a video, and I'm like, "No." And she's like, "Good, because that room is a mess down there, and I would hate for you to have a reel of that with my basement. It's not even finished. Your dad hasn't finished that room. So hopefully, if you're running on the treadmill, you're not making any reels because I don't want anyone to see it." And I'm like, "Well, I did make a couple stories, but
Well, that's every parent's basement. Like, literally,
yes, like,
usually parents' basements are actually creepier because there's older
yeah."
stuff in there.
And the thing is like that's that room and the bathroom are the only two that aren't finished yet. So my dad has went through and finished everything except for those two rooms. And she's like, "If you're filming, you better not be in any of those rooms." So I was like, "You're good, mom. I didn't make it." And she doesn't understand Instagram, so she'll never figure out how to watch an Instagram story. So I'm safe.
Okay, well, I'm glad you don't because we don't wanna have that conversation.
I know if she happens to see it. Yes, I'm always posting things and I'm like, I don't think she'll see this. So we're just going to take our
Okay.
chances.
Alright, well, keep us posted for sure.
Yes, yes, for sure.
Alright, at the end of every episode, we do a couple of quick fire questions. One of our new
Okay.
ones is, when you're not filming content when you're running, are you listening to music, podcasts? Are you just
Oh,
alone with
podcast.
your thoughts? Okay,
Oh
what's
no. Murder.
Oh, you're one of those.
Murder. Yes.
Okay,
My husband does not understand how I sleep at night because I consume so much true crime.
okay. What's the
Yeah.
most recent? How is it? Is it worth listening to?
Oh my gosh. I rotate between a few. I like
Okay,
Love Mary Kill is my one of my favorites. Murder in America.
okay.
True Crime with Kendall Ray and Mile Higher. Those are the ones that I flip through every week.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like scary stuff. I don't necessarily like murder, mystery sorts of things. What is the allure? Explain that to me.
It's the investigating. You know how I
Okay.
investigate. Yeah,
Yes.
it's I need to get to the bottom of this. That's the yeah, and I need to know every angle. And I'm someone who like the very popular ones, like I don't know, JonBenet Ramsey. We all
Mhm.
know the story, we know the case, but I
Yeah.
want to listen to every single person's viewpoint. And my husband is like, "You've heard this story 40 times. Why are you listening to six different podcasts about JonBenet Ramsey?" Because everyone has different things that, like maybe
Yeah.
this podcast said this and I didn't know that little piece. I'm someone who needs to know everything.
Okay.
So, yeah, I like the investigative part of it. I think that I would be great at that job. So, it's definitely
Okay.
the need to know everything.
Okay. So who did JonBenet Ramsey? I don't remember, like, if they
I mean,
it's over
we
solved,
don't
right?
know. We
Okay.
don't know. We don't know.
Alright. That was a
I
long
think the
time ago.
parents are quite suspicious to me, but oh no. I don't want to say
Mm.
anything and get myself in trouble, but I think the parents are suspicious.
Alright. I hear you. I hear you. Alright. When you do listen to music, what's on your playlist?
Anything from what I listened to in high school. So that could
Yes.
be a mix of any genre. So we're talking like rap to Smashing Pumpkins to Nirvana Then we hop over to Notorious B.I.G. And then, we're Cardi
Okay.
B. And then, I've got a little bit of country music mixed in there. And then it's Marilyn Manson. And then we go to Aaliyah. I am everywhere as far
Okay.
as music is
I was
concerned.
when did you finish high school?
2001.
Okay, I'm a little before you. But I was like,
Yeah.
some of those are crossover. I'm like, okay, yeah, I finished
Yeah.
in 94. So, but
Yeah.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's everything. There's nothing that I don't listen to, really.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I'm always fascinated by people's playlists because I think it does depend on your mood. And there's people
Oh
that
yeah.
listen to things, including myself, that you would not expect.
No. Yeah. My playlist is very much if I played it for people who know me, they'd be like, whose playlist is this?
I love that. But I feel like a playlist is like a little bit of introspective view into who you are and like those sides that people
Yeah.
don't always get to see. So
Yeah.
I
For
appreciate
sure.
that.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I appreciate that. All right. What's the craziest comment that you've gotten from one of your reels or posts or things like that?
Oh, craziest comment. Oh man, that's a hard one. I don't know if it's crazy, but I get people wanting to know like exactly where I live.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
I
Like
don't like
and
that.
they always say like I'm not trying to be creepy. I know
But
you live
they
in
are.
Illinois, but like where? And I'm like
No.
middle of Illinois. Yeah, 2.5 hours south of Chicago. Like it's very strange,
Wow.
like the amount of people that want to know exactly where I live. So that's, yeah,
No kidding.
yeah. And it's like people really want to know. They'll inbox me and be like, "So where exactly in Illinois do you live?" And I'm like, "Oh,
Do they recognize you think that it's creepy? Do you feel like it's innocent?
no, I think it's innocent. I
Okay.
mean,
I hope it is.
watch me end up being on a
You're gonna give
podcast,
a true crime.
and they'll replay this clip and be like, "Yeah, she thought it was okay. She told them where she lived, and now look at her."
You actually live in
We can't
Indiana.
even find
All
her. Where's her
all this
body?
stuff about Illinois, forget it. You're in Indiana. That's I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I misspoke. They're both I's. They're both Midwest. My bad.
I think it's because like I think it's because people are like, I'm trying to figure it out because like people want me to like run races with them. And I understand like that's cool. And these are people that I do not know. There are some relationships I've developed with
Mhm.
on social media where it's like, yeah, I actually probably would meet up with that person and do a race because we've developed this relationship.
Yeah.
But it'll be people that I don't engage with often, maybe once or
Mm.
twice. And they're just like, I would love to run a race with you. Where do you live? We should link up and like run a race. And I'm like, oh,
Mm.
well, mm,
Yeah,
yeah,
no. Okay. No, for
yeah.
the mom in me is coming out. I'm like, "No, you say no
No,
to
no,
them."
no, right.
No, has anybody ever recognized you out either on a run or, like, just out in public or things like that? Have people
Mm,
recognized
no, not from
Okay.
so I used to run an online boutique here in town.
Oh,
So
okay.
I had a boutique from winter 2017 and then I closed it in summer of 2025.
Mhm.
And from that, yes, people
Okay.
will see me. And because my boutique would it was pretty big, it was popular, people knew who it was. So from that, but
Yeah.
from running, no, not yet. I
Mm.
think it's because my boutique was very localized to like women here and maybe the surrounding
Okay.
areas where this,
Okay.
but I have gotten inboxes from people who live in my neighborhood. And they're like, not to be creepy, but I kept watching the backgrounds of your videos. And I'm like, wait a minute, I think that she's passing my street. And so, yes, I have found several of my neighbors. They
Oh,
follow
wow.
me and don't realize until several videos in that's like, is she running in my neighborhood, which has to be so freaking crazy. I
That's
couldn't imagine
exciting.
like could you imagine laying in bed and you're just watching a content creator you like, and then you're like, wait a minute, was that my house she ran by?
I had that happen once. I was picking up there was a park that we would walk to pick up the kids from school when they were younger. It was probably like kindergarten, 2nd grade or something like that, and I was walking them back, and it was like 4 o'clock, and you know how little kids are at 4 o'clock,
Yes.
and they're hangry, and they're just like,
Yeah.
whatever, and so I'm just all disheveled, and this woman, she's got a younger kid, she's like, "Are you Carrie Pagliano?" I was like, "What? I'm sorry," like, "And
What?
you're Yes, and she's like, "Oh my god, I follow you on Instagram," and it was very sweet, and I was, like, just clearly not in that space in my head, and, like, things
Right.
were melting down. I'm like, "Oh, hey," you're just
Right.
like,
You're
"This
so
is
caught off
weird."
guard. Yes. That hasn't happened to me yet with the running, but it is
Okay.
funny how many of my neighbors follow me, not and we don't even know each other. I don't know them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh,
because my
that's so
neighborhood's pretty
great.
big. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And they're just like, yeah, I live on XYZ street and I just kept noticing you're like running by my house on all your videos.
Okay.
And it just
So
like, yeah,
was it that's gonna be the first suspect?
I know. My neighbors. So just remember this. If I go up missing, tell the police to check those Instagram. Don't check my notes app, but check the Instagram inboxes.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Okay,
Yeah,
alright.
yeah.
What is the question that you feel like you've been able to kind of give people the most background and support on who've asked you about kind of running, things that you do, what you wear, how you do your hair, things like that? What's the thing that you feel like you've been able to give people the most help and support on?
I think beginner runners. Beginner runners reach out to
Mhm.
me all the time. And I think it's because I'm not one of the, little white girls in Utah. They be in their little cute
Mhm.
outfits and they're running half full marathons in, 1 hour and 5 minutes or whatever. I think that I love watching them because their outfits are cute and I love watching them do their little TikTok dances. But for most people, I feel like that content is like, I can't achieve that.
Yeah.
Like I'm never gonna learn TikTok dances and I'm never gonna be that fast. And
Yeah.
and I feel like a lot of beginner runners reach out to me because I'm very average. Like I'm not out here running 6, 7 minute miles. I'm usually cruising, I'm running and yapping. And so I think that people feel very comfortable coming to me for like advice as a beginner. And I very
Yeah.
clearly remember being a beginner runner. So I think that's my favorite advice to give. And
Yeah.
probably the questions that people ask the most is like, what am I doing? How do I get started?
Yeah.
So that's what I like talking about.
No, I love that because it's really easy to get caught up in these other stories. Like I fangirl over, ultra runners and things like that,
Oh
but
yeah.
I'm a mere mortal
Yes.
and that's okay. And I can love and aspire to that, but know that it's never gonna
Yeah.
be in the cards.
Yes. Like the Utah girls and all that type of content, it's just the
Yeah.
content that I like aesthetically. I like how it
Yeah.
looks. I like,
Yeah.
how they present themselves, but I'm not looking at that like that's me. And I feel like some people have a hard time separating that. Like they see that content and they're like, this is what I need to be
Oh,
doing.
no.
Yeah, I feel like people watch that sometimes. It's like, oh, I'm never gonna be that fast. How do I get that quick? And I'm just watching
Yeah.
like that outfit is cute. And then I just keep scrolling.
After you stalk down where to get the shorts, right? And of course, they never
Yes, get
put
them
the shorts
short.
on.
No, no. That's the other thing. I had to like remind myself, like, you're not going to look like that in
Mhm.
any of those outfits. They are much younger than you, girl. It's not, no, no. I made a reel about how I have like boob blindness where I see these cute sports
Yes, I
bras and
saw
I'm
that
like, oh yeah,
one.
my boobs are gonna work in that. And then I buy it. It's like,
Mhm.
girl, why did you think after breastfeeding 3 children that you could wear a off the shoulder sports bra, be out here running and think that it's gonna contain these? Girl, I
Well,
I have to get over that.
off the shoulder, I'm sorry, it's just not practical anyway, so
But these girls are running like half marathons with one shoulder and it looks so cute. And here I am out here about gave myself a black eye. Stuff flipping, flopping all over the way, nipples going south and east. Like, I had to get it's titty blindness is what I call it
okay.
because I'm seeing these bras online and I'm like, yeah, that's gonna work for me. Yes, absolutely. And I get it, and I'm like, girl, you breastfed 3 children. If you
What
don't
what
get yourself a racer back.
what helps me get past it is I hate doing returns, so I was like
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm like, "I'm not
Me
ordering it
too. I'm
because
not
I
gonna
know when
order
it
that.
comes, it's not gonna work, and then I'm just gonna have to
Mm-mm.
go and send it back," and I hate doing returns more, so
Yeah.
that's what always wins, and then I end up in something that I've had for 17 years, right? So
Right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's my problem. I had to get over that, especially consuming more running content. I really had to have a come to Jesus meeting with myself and be like,
yeah.
these girls are young. They have not had children. They are in their prime. Yes, they can wear a bandeau top and go work out and lift weights. You cannot do. No. Ain't nobody trying to see these things down to my belly button.
No, and then you end up on menopause hormone therapy and they get bigger again and then they're
Yeah,
sagging
and
again. It's
it's
a
a
whole thing. Yeah.
whole thing. Yeah. So it's like
Yeah.
aesthetic only. I'm
I got
looking at
you.
that for aesthetics.
Oh my gosh. What is next for you? Do you have any races on the calendar once the tundra melts, or
I
what's next
don't
for
know.
you?
I would really love to get a full marathon
Okay.
in 2020. I need to stop talking about it and do it.
Yeah.
It's always been a bucket list. I'm just terrified. I am terrified
Have you
to run
done
a full
one before?
marathon. No, I've done
No?
like maybe like 8 or 9 halves.
Okay.
So it's not
Okay.
like, the long distance is something I've never done, but it's
Yeah.
just I watch everyone's videos and I'm like, y'all are not making me want to do this. People are on their
No.
training runs
It's
crying.
a lot.
Folks are at their marathons throwing up, passing out. I'm like,
Yeah.
y'all not making me want to do this.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, it's 24 weeks of the most horrible time of your life, but it's so worth it. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no,
Have
I
you
did
run?
one. I have, I
Okay.
there's not a good story that follows it though, is I
Okay.
did Marine Corps in 2004, so quite a long time ago, obviously pre-marriage, pre-kids. That was back when we didn't strength train. And
Oh, okay.
so, started to have hip pain when my mileage was getting above 13 to 15 miles. We didn't
Hmm.
fuel then either.
Yeah.
So basically kind of barely got through the marathon, go figure, because you're not strength training and not fueling.
Right.
And, a couple years later, ended up having my hip surgery,
Oh,
for a labral tear and, acetabular impingement. So, um that I joke that that's my first and my last. I don't
yeah.
know if it truly is, but I feel like now, and I've done 1 half, that was a couple years ago, just trying to slowly
Okay.
start to get back. But, and I've got one coming up in March. But I think for you, if because you got your baller, gym, and it's so pretty now, and your
Yeah.
body's getting better, and so much more time and strengthening, and then you've got a great
I'll
foundation.
be out there and I'll kill it. I don't
Yeah.
know. And it's like the time commitment, and
Well,
it's
that's
like,
the thing
what
with
race
little
am I
kids, that's
doing?
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah.
hard. Like I would definitely have to be out there way earlier. I need a treadmill, first of all,
You would.
because
Yep,
that would be helpful because
yep,
then I'm not away from home.
yeah,
They could easily just hang out with me, like if their dad's busy or whatever,
yep,
if I had the treadmill.
yeah,
So it's like, I think if I had a treadmill, I would be definitely more likely.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
I think so, because 'cause you're in that weird stage where you can't leave them home alone, and if your
Right.
21-year-old's not around, like,
Right.
Child Protective
Yeah.
Services, the whole thing is not so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think we've solved that, but don't bring the one from your parents' house over because we don't know what's up with that,
Absolutely
so,
not.
okay.
We don't know what is going on with that thing.
Okay, so we gotta get a treadmill, get the gym
Yes.
finished.
Yes.
We're gonna watch your neighbors, make sure that they don't murder you.
Make sure they don't murder me. Make sure everything's on the up and up. We're not going to be giving out where exact city that I live in. Yeah, we're gonna
Right.
keep things. Yeah,
Yeah,
2026 is gonna be very safe. I'm not gonna end up on any podcast.
that
Well,
sounds
podcasts like this, yes, but
yes,
not the
but
murder
not
ones.
murder ones. Exactly. Alright, who's making you laugh right now? Who are you following that, either they're putting out good content because it's just great information, or who's making you laugh right now?
Oh my goodness, who is making me laugh? Who? What content do I want? You know whose content I really love, and I've loved her content before I even had a running page. I was following her as Run Sabrina. Do you know her?
Mhm, mhm.
Run Sabrina. I love her content.
Yeah.
There is another girl I follow. She is, what is her name? Running Catastrophe. Love
Okay,
her.
gotta check that one out.
Yes, love her. And then there is a guy I follow, and I am brain farting on his name right now. I think it's DeAndre.
Okay,
He's funny. He makes
okay.
me laugh. So he's definitely someone that makes me laugh. And I'm always looking for content creators that make me laugh because I mean, the jester needs to laugh
Yes.
too. Like I
Yes.
can't be out here making y'all laugh
Dance.
and I'm not laughing.
That's true. We can't just demand you dance on
Yeah,
command, right?
yeah.
Like, oh
We
my
can't
god.
just dance on command, y'all. I gotta get
Yeah,
fed some humor too. But Laura, obviously,
yeah,
I've scrolled back on her page and cackled out loud at some of her stuff. People were telling me when I first started my page, like, do you know Laura Green? I just feel like you guys' content is really similar. And I'm like, I have no idea who this lady is. Let me go check her
yeah.
out. Yeah.
Well, that what I think
Hilarious.
The first time I saw her, oh my gosh, it was a couple years ago. I think like there was some video that had made the Today Show, and she was, hauling a stroller out of like the front steps,
Oh,
and the
was she
neighbor was
falling
like,
out the steps and her neighbor was videoing her?
yes. And she
Yes.
was, yeah, and she was like barely walking because she just run a marathon, or I don't know, it was something
Yes.
like that. It was hysterical. And then
Hilarious.
I Google stalk because I can relate.
Yes.
And then I'm like, oh, she's a PT. Wait, what? And so I kind of kept looking through. I'm like, oh my God, she's freaking funny. And then
Hilarious.
the longer you're in the running world, you really like her hyper niche stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, your brain is amazing. Where
It
do you
is.
come up with this stuff? And also like I can't imagine walking around with all of like,
All those ideas in your head and
yes,
like, how do I execute this? And yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's
it's hilarious.
yes, no, and so relatable in so many different ways. And I was
Yes.
so excited when she shared your stuff because I was like, oh, I need more of this in my life too. So thank
And
you for
Laura is like, she's like my mom, even though I'm older than her. I always call her my mom. You're like my running mom. I'm like, I know that I'm older than you, but you're like my running mom because every time something happens, I'm like, Laura, what am I supposed to do? Like, I don't know anything about content creation. You've been doing this for 10,000 years. Help me,
yeah,
mom, even though I'm the older one.
yeah. So are you gonna end up in stand-up someday just like her or no?
Oh my God, I could not. That is crazy that she does that. Here's my thing is that I'm not funny if someone is like, here's a mic, be funny.
Yeah,
I can only be off the cuff. I can't, if you're expecting me to be funny, I'm going to freeze up. I
yeah.
don't know how she does it.
You know what's really weird? There was a period, I don't know if people still do that, in my space where physiotherapists were taking improv classes
Really?
to learn how, because essentially what we do is improv. In
Yeah.
some ways, it's not funny improv, but like you tell us something, we have to come up with a response. And
Right, right.
so that was a thing many years ago that therapists were taking improv classes to help their reaction and their communication. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's got to be some of that
I wonder if
comfort.
she has.
Maybe, I don't know, or it's just being a PT, I don't know. Not that you need to go back and do
Yeah.
that now. We're just adding your
She just
to-do
very,
list.
yeah, she's just so like naturally
I
funny
know,
to
I
me.
love her. Well, I'm
Yeah,
sure
I
she's
love
gonna be
her
at the
too.
top of the search party list when we have to come find you. So yeah, she'll be right up there.
Oh, she'll organize it. She'll
She
have
will.
GoFundMe's, fundraisers, all the things. She'll be like,
Yes.
if we can find her, I'm going to double the cost of this fundraiser. I'm going to match all of you guys dollar for dollar,
She
like
will,
for
she'll call
sure.
Asics, she'll get
Oh,
Lauren
yeah,
Miller
yeah.
involved. We got this all figured out.
Oh, yeah.
All right, because this is the Active Mom Podcast, what does it mean to you to be an active mom?
Oh my goodness. It means so much to me. Like, it is my escape. It is my way of coming back to my family, like my best self is how I feel. That's what I would determine. You get in these as a mom, you're so much is demanded of you. You especially if you're working outside of the home, but like bless the hearts of the stay-at-home moms because I don't know how they do it. I don't like. I think what they do is much harder than what I do.
Yeah,
Because just like Christmas break, I can't wait to get back to work. And like, this is your life. So, like, just carving out that space for myself and coming back a better version that is what I tie all of this to. Just doing these little 1 hour workouts a day really means so much because I do come back like a better version of myself for my kids, for my husband. I'm a better daughter, better friend because I'm carving out this time for myself. So that's what I would
yeah.
say.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. So thank you so much for sharing your
Yeah.
humor, your thoughts on the run. We're not going to share your address, but if you guys want to follow more, you can find her on Instagram. Are you on TikTok? I don't know what's going on with TikTok these
I would
days.
say just follow me on Instagram.
Okay, in my running
TikTok's a
podcast.
weird place right now.
Fair. We're recording this the last week in January. If anybody needs context, it's
Yeah,
a weird world right now. I don't
very
know.
strange.
If you end up on Substack, then I don't know what's going on.
I am just and I've tried cross posting on TikTok and for whatever reason I don't get a lot of traction over there.
Yeah.
Instagram is where it's at. I'm not very active on TikTok, so yeah.
I can only handle one social media kind
It's too
of
much.
halfway
It's
at the
too much.
time. My brain can't
Yeah.
anymore. So we'll just find
Oh, yeah.
you there.
Yes, just find me on Instagram. That's where I'm most active.
I love that. All right. Well, be safe on the runs. Good luck getting outside
Yeah.
whenever it warms up. Charge your batteries, all that good stuff. And
Yes.
thanks so much for taking the time to share your story.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
If you're navigating pregnancy, postpartum, or perimenopause, whether personally or professionally, check out all our free resources and upcoming courses at carriepagliano.com. This podcast reflects the opinions of Dr. Carrie Pagliano and her guests, and it is for entertainment purposes only and should not be considered medical advice. Always consult your healthcare provider with any medical questions. If you enjoyed the episode, please take a moment to leave us a 5-star review on your favorite podcast platform. And thanks for listening.